Escrow.
Isn't it escargot like a snail?
Yeah. Well, you don't want to eat your escargot before it gets paid out.
Oh.
This is episode.
I always get this wrong. We're at, okay, camera guy said 10. This is episode 10.
I think it's episode 10.
Okay, we think. We don't know.
And on today's episode.
A very fantastic episode.
Very. Anyways, we're here with Laura De La Fuente. Because you're one of the leading realtors with one of the largest real estate companies here in Yuma. How long have you been a realtor, Laura?
Going on 2 years.
2 years. And then we have Michele Brinkman. We have no idea what a title company is, Michele.
So I tried to Google it last night and it told me nothing. So this is why you're here.
Michele and Laura, we've talked about several things on Insurance Talk. People that view our program have been informed of the different types of insurances, warranties, lenders, Escargot, escrow, whatever, PMI, all these acronyms and weird terms, but nobody's talked about title. Everything ties in and works together. So we're going to give a brief explanation today of what title does and how it relates to a realtor.
And Laura, what are the steps to buying a home?
So to buying a home, you definitely want to find the perfect home for you, get a pre-qualification letter from a lender. Once you do find that perfect home, then you want to have your real estate agent submit an offer for you. Negotiation takes place. And then once we do have an executed contract, we have an offer put together, buyer's agent would normally sending an email out to your preferred title officer, in this case Michele with Blueink, and we'll include the lender in that email as well as the selling agent, listing agent. And then at that point, Michele gets the file, and then what happens from there?
What happens with the file, Michele?
What happens,
At that
Michele?
point, I open escrow.
Escargot!
I start with the escrow side of it first. Open escrow. As we open our escrow, we open our title insurance. We get the title report back. When we get that title report, that's when we start working with our buyers and our sellers. It takes about 3 days. We get it from our underwriter. And our underwriter writes our title report that tells us what's all out against the property.
Now, the title report, I mean, that sounds like I'm getting graded or something, right? I'm getting my report card. It's the title report tells you the history of the home?
It tells you the owners of the home.
Okay.
So it tells you who's owned the home from dirt all the way to who's the present owner now.
And
it tells you also what kind of liens, judgments, mortgages, anything that people have against the property, anything like that out there.
flight zone or flood zone, completely different?
Yes.
Because we sell flood insurance.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but the flight zone is what, if a plane flies over it?
That would be anything that's located out by the airport that literally there's a noise thing.
So this is
telling you that you're in that type
it's
of
going to be noisy where you're going to live at.
and don't come back to me later and tell me, well, you didn't warn me there was a plane going to be flying over. Well, yeah, we did. It's in your title report.
So they can't complain either if the house is haunted.
You talked about the history of they tell you from the day the land was born, right? Whether they have loans on it, if there's other people involved besides that one person that's selling the property, which may affect you, right? Because if I come to you and I tell you I want to sell my house, but then Diana and me used to be partners, and then I don't tell you about her. Under the title search, it's going to show up.
I'm going to find Diana.
Jeez. Wow.
Jesus Christ, that's Diana.
You can't.
Or if Diana deceased, we're going to find out how you held title with Diana, and we're going to have to clear Diana's estate.
Why am I dead? Why can't Aaron be dead?
That estate is dead. No estate for you. And that's where you guys take part in clarifying all these connections to different people and different interests. Because then the buyer, in the end, if something happens where Diana reappears and...
We didn't clear her correctly, now we have a title issue.
Okay, good one. Let's talk about title insurance. See, we're talking about insurance because this is insurance talk.
Get it?
Title insurance insures you everything out against the property. Make sure you, the new buyer, has a clean title and nobody's going to, we always say, come out of the woodwork and take your property from you.
Oh.
Okay, so basically if Diana reappears, the title insurance would kick in. It's almost like a bond?
It's pretty much an insurance policy. If anything comes into play, then you put a claim against the title insurance, and then it goes to court, and somebody discovers who and what needs to be done to clear that issue.
Now, for the title fees that are being paid for the services that the title company performs, the title insurance is included in that, or is there an extra amount that the client has to pay?
They're all based upon what type of transaction it is.
Title fees are included in the closing costs?
Correct. We try to always negotiate the closing costs.
Okay.
And in today's market, it is traditional for sellers to pay buyers' closing costs.
Sellers usually pay for the closing costs, which the title is included. The title search, or what do you call it?
A title commitment is
Commitment.
what you get
Okay.
is a title commitment.
Commitment, wow. Tight commitment. That your home that you're going to purchase is going to be clean of everybody else. Wow, it's like clearing out the closet.
So as we work with our lender, we take care of our lender and everything. Then is once we get the lender's loan documents in at the closing time, we sign our buyers. We have our seller already pre-signed because get them done in case they move, in case we need to get them done before they go on vacation, like a lot of them like to
Okay.
do right in the middle of the transaction.
You get that a lot?
They go on vacation.
They do, or
Wow.
they move,
Yeah.
you know, and so we want to get them taken care of, so we don't want to incur them any additional costs throughout
Okay.
the transaction. And then when we get the loan document signed, we work with the lender, we get the lender's money in. If the buyer needs to bring some money to the table, we get that in. So I have all the money. And then at the closing, I pay out everything.
A lot of people think that, when you bring your earnest deposit, real estate agents hold on to it. No, it goes straight to Michele.
To that earnest
Middleman.
check goes from you straight to her, and you don't touch it. You don't go to the casino or anything like that. Okay.
That would be
It's held. No, but it goes. A lot of people are like, oh,
like what happens to my
Laura's
check or-
walking around with her wallet with a check that I made out. So you're the initial escargot, like we said, and then next year the escrow, like Amber talked about on the previous episode, the escrow would transfer over to the lender.
The lender has an escrow holding account that when
Okay.
you make your monthly payment, part of your monthly payment goes into an escrow holding account that pays out the taxes and insurance.
Okay. So that makes sense. Initial escrow, lender, part two of the escrow.
Escargot.
Pays out your
Savings.
buyer's insurance.
Okay.
Works like a savings.
Yeah, but we get the check from you initially.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle, for sending those checks. This seems like a big circus. It is, right?
It is.
And then everything takes part and ties in together.
Yes.
And I think we learned a lot today. I really appreciate your guys' time today. I think this is going to be a lot of information for people to look into. We're going to have your contact information on our bio. That way, if they want to reach out to you, send out an email regarding title or home or insurance, you can contact us. Diana?
Aaron,
Diana.
insurance talk.
See you guys next week. Escrow.
Escargot.
He's gonna get
Why? Don't send us emails.